Welcome into week number 8, The Butcher versus Dance Instructor, presented by LB's Meat Market. I'm Neal McCready, joined as always by Greg Jones from LB's Meat Market and Caroline McCready from Legacy Center for Studio for Performing Arts.
There you go.
Got close. I don't know why I want to say center. Legacy Center. Doesn't make sense. Legacy Studio makes sense because you practice in a studio. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Good to have you back with us as we get into the middle of October. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Great. Weather's kind of turning. It actually kind of, getting kind of fall vibes. So, yeah, that's always great. I heard from my friends from Kentucky, and they were like, the high's been 60 to 65 for the last, week and a half.
Oh, so nice. It's still a little warm here, but it's so nice in the morning and then in the evening that you can sort of deal with the middle of the day. But I'll be glad when the middle of the day drops like 10 degrees from where it is now. It'll be spectacular. It's because it's like I just walked outside a minute ago. It's this morning it was in the 50s, but I think it's already around 80, 81. But it'll drop pretty quick. But still, I'll be glad when the high is like 70.
Yeah, the night cool.
What's it like in Fayetteville, Caroline? Still pretty warm?
It's 78, yeah, but it was 59 this morning.
Yeah.
It's nice in the mornings, and then it's really hot in the afternoons.
Well, because once you get a taste of the cool in the morning, the afternoon heat hits you. Like in the middle of the summer, if you think about it, you wake up and it's so muggy outside that it really doesn't matter. You never get a break from it, so you get acclimated pretty quick. Now you get used to, or you get a taste of the cool, and the heat just like slaps you across the face.
Yeah.
We're brought to you by LB's Meat Market, 2008 University Avenue in Oxford, right across the street from Kroger. Let Kroger be your landmark. Don't go to Kroger for your meat. Go to LB's for your meat. I did on last Friday, I think, Thursday or Friday. Got some strips from LB's. Got some stuffed jalapeños. Carson was coming to town for fall break, and so we grilled on Friday evening. I guess Ole Miss had a game against Washington State the next day, so we grilled on Friday, and the strips. And I'm not just saying this. I mean, look, I always say this about Parrish Brewing Company, so I'll say the same thing about LB's. Don't take my word for it. If you don't want to believe me, that's cool. I get it. Go try them. Amazing. The strips were absolutely incredible. We ended up with a little bit too much, and to be honest, Greg, the next day, just popped them on reheat in the air fryer. Low temperature for like 2 minutes, and they may have actually been better the second time. I mean, incredible. Those were so very good. You should try them. LB's Meat Market, right across from Kroger. There's numbers right there on the screen, 662-259-2999. You can call your order in, you can text your order in, or you can do what I did, which is crazy in this day and age. I just drove over there and got out of my car and walked in the store and bought some steaks. And I got the jalapeno.
Yeah.
Got the jalapeno.
We talked some baseball. Yeah, I mean, you actually we just it's cool to walk into a shop and pick out a nice steak and have a conversation with somebody. It's almost kind of like what they used to do back in the day.
My condolences to you, Greg, on the loss of your Detroit Tigers. They put up a very valiant effort, 15 innings in a Game 5 against Seattle.
That was like, I didn't watch any of the games. I mean, I watched some of them. I kept up, but I watched all, from the 7th inning on through 15th, and it's pretty intense. I mean, the game with the pitching and everything, pretty intense stuff. Especially without the run rule, the ghost runner on second base. So I mean, it was one of the better baseball games I've seen in a long time.
The next night, my Cubs fell victim to the same fate as your Tigers. They lost to the Brewers in Game 5, 3-1 in Milwaukee. So season's over. Jed Hoyer, president of baseball operations, did his post-season press conference today. So no baseball for a while for you and me. NLCS, ALCS ongoing, but. Anyway,
are they still playing? I don't even know.
The rumor is they're still playing, but I don't know. I can't. I'm not emotionally prepared for that, so I don't subject myself to that. That's like the girl that you really loved broke up with you, and now she's dating another guy. You don't go watch them go on the date. You just go someplace else. You just go suffer in silence.
Boy, like I'm really pulling for the Brewers, and you're really I'm pulling for the Mariners. Like no shot.
No,
At
absolutely.
least we lost to the world champions that year. Nobody knows that.
No, I want the Brewers to lose, and then after that, I don't care. All right, so we got again, the number. Not just steak; they've got chicken, pork, house-made sausages, the stuffed jalapeños, stuffed mushrooms, bacon-wrapped green beans, which looked amazing, by the way. Should have gotten some, didn't. Will next time. Bacon-wrapped asparagus. They've got the twice-baked potatoes over in the frozen aisle. Don't forget about the frozen things. You can just grab those. If you've got a couple hours just to thaw something, you'll save a little money by getting the frozen stuff. But you can text your order, 662-259-2999. Ole Miss out of town this weekend at Georgia. So if you're not making the trip to Athens and you're just hanging out at home, stop by LB's. That'll make your hangout a lot more pleasant. And I'll just give you a free tip. Get some Parish Brewing Company products. Ghost in the Machine, fantastic. Best double IPA you'll ever try. All right, Caroline, before we get rolling, you got big weekend plans. I know Arkansas's got a home game, so you got some people coming in. Big plans for you?
Kind of depends. We're supposed to have tornadoes on Saturday, so
that's
we
casual.
will see. But I'm planning on doing stuff for the game, but maybe I'll just have to take shelter in a bar on Dixon or something. The first time for everything.
The best spot to take shelter, a bar.
If you have to take,
tin roof, we could all just squeeze in there and we'd probably be fine.
Yeah, I think I'd probably look for another bar other than called the Tin Roof to wait out a tornado. But that sounds good. I mean, just all get all hutched in on a tin roof and see how it works out. That sounds great.
I would look for oak roof or something, but
or the
concrete roof.
Yeah, or the basement.
All right, so we'll dive into some picks. First, let's go over last week's results. Greg, you struggled. You went 3-6. It was a tough slate. Caroline, for whatever reason, somehow you're immune to the struggles on Struggle Bus Week. You went 6-3. Greg is now 38-36, so respectable. 2 games over 500 as we get into week 8. Caroline, you are 46-28, 18 games over 500. You have a 8-game lead over Greg as we head into week 8. So up 8 into week 8. Not time for Greg to panic, but
no, we're not panicking. We're back there. We're taking all the dirt. Like I'm the kind of horse in the race that likes to sit back in the back to get all the dirt in the face. And I'm like, okay, I'm tired of the dirt getting hit in my face. So we'll make a run here eventually.
Kyle, thank you for the super chat. He says, any update on the cookbook? Has the ghost been back to see floors upstairs? I've not seen or heard the ghost since we've done the new flooring upstairs from Kaiser Flooring, but I suspect she's here. She's just being quiet. That's in Caroline's room, so maybe she's bored since there's nobody here.
Yeah, I hate the thought of a ghost being up there.
Oh, wow. No.
I have not seen or heard from the ghost. So there's a world where the ghost just left. Went someplace where there's more activity. I have not worked on the cookbook. That's going to be something that's up to Greg and others.
Yeah, I'll work. I'll see what I can do. I'll tell.
Speaking of cookbooks, I just made some banana bread. I can put that in the cookbook.
Oh wow!
Look at that.
Yep.
You were thawing out bananas last night. I heard that conversation with your mother.
I was not. I had some that were just like ripe and ready to go, so I used those. It was very quick. I used one of Judy's cookbooks that she gave me.
Judy is my mother, Caroline's grandmother, for those who don't know.
Yes. I used a Paula Deen cookbook, and I'm excited to try it.
Well, good.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take a picture of my mom's face when I tell her that we're going to do a cookbook, and we're going to need all her recipes, and just see what kind of face I get from her.
Okay.
And I'll definitely share that.
It's
usually like you're going to do what? And I'm like, nothing, never mind.
All right, Caroline won the week. We've got 10 games. Caroline, you get to go first because those are the rules. The winner of the previous week always goes first the next week. Caroline won, so we go first. We go to Nashville, Tennessee, Caro. It's 11 a.m. ABC. The Vanderbilt Commodores, ranked 17th in the country. They are a favorite at home against the 10th-ranked LSU Tigers. Vanderbilt, Caroline, is a 1.5-point favorite over LSU.
That's crazy to me. Vanderbilt?
Crazy to listen to here's crazy. You know a stat? This is the 78th game that Vanderbilt has played against a ranked opponent. Mm-hmm. It is the first time they have been favored.
Wow.
How about that? 1.5 points.
I'll say Vanderbilt. I'll cheer for him.
Wow. Clark Lee, most handsome man in all of college football, got Vanderbilt favored at home against LSU. And Greg, Caroline is going with Clark Lee, his good looks in the doors with a 1.5 point favorite.
Well, I'm going to go with the stat. I'm going to lean on the stat. There's a reason why they haven't been ranked for 78 games. I'll take LSU.
All right. Fascinating game. I can't decide which way I'm going on this one. I'll be honest with you. I'm torn. All right, Greg, we go to South Carolina next. It's 11:45 game on SEC Network. My good friend Taylor Zarzer will be on the call. It's the 14th ranked Oklahoma Sooners heading to Columbia as a 3.5-point favorite over the Gamecocks.
I'll take South Carolina home. I always like them at home, so South Carolina home.
All right, Carolina, he's going to take the Gamecocks and get 3.5 against the Sooners.
I'll take Oklahoma.
Okay. I'm torn on that one too. I just don't know. All right, the game that everyone here will be watching closely, the game I will be attending, assuming that I'm able to get there safely. It is the 5th-ranked Ole Miss Rebels headed to Athens, Georgia, to face the 9th-ranked Georgia Bulldogs. This game's at 2:30 Central, 3:30 Eastern on ABC. Ole Miss, Caroline, is a 7-point underdog.
I'll go with Ole Miss.
Really? Okay. Any particular reason why?
No, I just think it'll be a close game.
Okay. All right, Greg. Caroline's going to take the Rebels in the points. She thinks it's a one-score game.
I wish I could take the picture of my mom's face when I tell her I take Georgia in the on the podcast, but I can't do that. I'm going to take Ole Miss. I mean, you know, she would literally disown me if I ever bet against Ole Miss.
I don't think in 6 years you bet. Maybe once you went against Ole Miss.
I did. I think I took Florida, like trying to, because I knew we were going, like, for some strange reason, like I think it was the Florida game.
You were doing the psychological thingy.
Yeah, I'm a reverse psychology guy whenever it comes to some of these games, hoping and praying it works out the right way for me.
All right, Gregory, assuming that the Tornadoes allow the tin roof to stand and the football game to be played, Texas A&M heads to Fayetteville to play Arkansas. This is also a 2:30 game on ESPN. The Aggies, ranked 4th in the country now, are an 8.5-point favorite against the Razorbacks.
I got to take Texas A&M for sure. I mean, you know, they're for sure 2-touchdown team better than Arkansas.
Caroline, you bet against the Hogs last week, and they covered. Tennessee was one of the games you missed. Tennessee beat Arkansas, but Arkansas easily covered the line. What do you think this week? 8.5 points at home against the Aggies.
I'm going to go with Arkansas.
Okay.
Back on the
I don't
train.
think they're going to win, but maybe I just had to Google the score. I'm horrible. I did not watch the game of the Arkansas-Tennessee game, but I think they could get closer.
I'll give Arkansas credit. They looked a lot better prepared. They looked better prepared on defense. They weren't very good, but they had a better idea of what they were trying to do. And they were down 17 points late, and instead of rolling over and getting smoked, they came back and made it respectable. They played with a lot of effort. I'll give them that. They're not a very good team, but they played really hard. So I'll give them. There's no moral victories in the SEC, but there was a noticeable preparation and effort improvement for Arkansas. All right, Caroline, we go to the state of Florida. Arkansas fired its coach last month. There are reports out that Florida will fire its coach on Sunday. Billy Napier on the chopping block there in Gainesville. But first, he and the Gators face Mississippi State, 3:15, SEC Network. Caroline, the Gators are a 9.5-point home favorite.
Why is he getting fired?
Because they're insane. Everyone's insane. They get emotional and they make these decisions. The only explanation I have is that Penn State fired James Franklin on Sunday. And I think Florida might be very interested in hiring James Franklin, and maybe by getting rid of their coach, they can go ahead and get something done behind the scenes. It's the only explanation I've got.
So he's going to get paid $48 million from Penn State to coach Florida now?
He won't get all of that. He'll get most of it. And then Billy Napier is due $21 million from Florida. After they fire him, they have to pay him half of that, so $10.5 million within 30 days. And he gets
gotta love those 30 and 60-day contracts.
He gets the other 10.5 scattered over 4 years, so he's guaranteed not working to make 2-point-something million a year for the next 4 years after he gets the 10.5. And I would like to come back in life as a good enough head coach to land one of these gigs and then get fired.
Yeah.
I mean, or we can, try to teach Carson how to be an agent for these college football coaches somehow, some way.
It's a thought,
and we can try to get a little pinch off of it every once in a while.
It's a thought. It's something I have actually thought about telling him. You should get this business degree and then go to law school. I know some people. I probably could get you in on the bottom level, and you could work your way.
You should do it
up the ladder. All right, Caroline, Florida minus 9.5.
I'll pick Florida.
Okay. All right, Greg, she's going to take the Gators, the beleaguered, embattled Gators, and lay 9.5 against the Bullies.
I'll take Mississippi State. Might as well. For some strange reason, I've taken them all this year. Might as well stay on it.
All right, Greg, earlier you were mentioning Kentucky. The Wildcats at home this weekend, 6 p.m. on ESPN. They're facing 21st-ranked Texas, coming off that win over Oklahoma. The Longhorns, Arch Manning and company, are a 12.5-point favorite.
So if you ever want to do it Catterday, that is what this is called. You literally go to Keeneland at about 11 o'clock, get about 5, 6, 7, however many races you want to get in, and then go to downtown for the Texas and Kentucky game. So it's a long day of bourbon and horse racing and hopefully good football at the end. I don't know. I'm going to take Kentucky at home for some strange reason.
All right, Caroline, he's going to take the Wildcats, get 12.5 against the Horns.
I'll take Texas.
All right, Caroline says hook 'em. All right. 4 games left. A big one, probably the second biggest one in the league nationally. On Saturday night, it's the third game of the ABC triple header. So you've got LSU at Vanderbilt at 11, Ole Miss at Georgia at 2:30, and then the nightcap, Tennessee at Alabama, 6:30 on ABC. The Vols are an 8.5-point underdog in Tuscaloosa. Caroline?
I'll go with Alabama.
Caroline says roll tide, lays the 8.5, Greg.
I'll take Tennessee. Maybe make it a field goal game. That'd be awesome.
We are picking different games this week.
Yeah, this is
it's either going to be bad.
Pretty interesting stuff. Tennessee sings, Alabama sings that Dixieland Delight, which is kind of about Tennessee. And Tennessee sings Rocky Top. And I found out today that Rocky Top is in the Smoky Mountain National Park. But it's on the North Carolina side of the Tennessee-North Carolina line. These are This is the South. We're very confused sometimes. We have a good time. We drink a lot of bourbon, like you said, but I think we get a little confused here and there. Alabama sings the Tennessee
We're always
song.
nice, and you kind of seldom run into a mean. So my mom did run. So on Facebook Marketplace, the Salvation Army just posted some like crawfish gumbo pots, some really nice pots. And I said, Mom, if you don't mind, go over there and see if you can snag it. Oh, she said this lady caused a ruckus, and she goes, "That's my pot." Oh, so anyway, there was a ruckus this morning at the Salvation Army. But my mom, end up getting out of there unscathed with a really nice stainless steel crock pot.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad nothing happened. That's because those would be fighting words. We'd have to go defend her honor.
She goes, Greg, you wouldn't believe it. That lady went in there and snatched that pot out of that man's hand. And she goes, this is my pot.
Wow.
I was like, you should have just, recorded it. It'd have been really fun. She goes, no, I was just trying to hold on to my pot. She wasn't getting my pot.
All right. We go out of the SEC one time here. It's USC, ranked 20th in the country. Southern Cal. They go to 13th ranked Notre Dame, 6:30 on NBC. You can also watch it on Peacock. The Trojans, Greg, an 8.5-point underdog at Notre Dame.
I'll go Notre Dame at home.
All right, Caroline, he's going to take the Irish, lay the 8.5 against Lincoln Riley and the Trojans.
I'll take Notre Dame too.
Okay, both going with the Irish. All right, Caroline, another coach that could be very embattled after this weekend. It's Hugh Freeze in deep trouble at Auburn. They face 16th ranked Missouri. This game is at Auburn, 6:45 on the SEC network. The Missouri Tigers, ranked 16th in the country, Caroline, are a 2.5-point underdog on the Plains.
I do have a question about this game. I saw it on my TikTok, but first I'll do Missouri because I don't like Auburn.
Okay.
But what happened? I've been seeing all of Madison Freeze's posts about she's mad. What happened at that game? I didn't watch it.
Well, okay, so Auburn had a 10-0 lead at home against Georgia, and they were at the goal line, and their quarterback, Jackson Arnold, appeared to score a touchdown. The ball appeared to cross the plane of the goal. Mm-hmm. On the field, they ruled it a fumble. The replay, I guess, was SEC felt it was inconclusive, even though most people who looked at it thought that he scored. And so instead of it being 17-0, it was 10-0. Georgia went down and scored, made it 10-7, and then Georgia ended up winning the game 20-10. Also this week, Hugh Freeze kicked off one of the team captains at Auburn off the team, and he said that he wasn't a positive member of the team. And subsequently, the majority of the team has come out on social media in favor of the player against the coach. And most people think that if the Auburn Tigers lose Saturday to the Missouri Tigers, that this will be silent.
And then there was a clapping incident, right? Like, didn't somebody clap or? Yeah.
The Georgia coach.
I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out.
The Georgia coach was running down the field calling timeout, and then after they gave him the timeout, he said he was clapping.
Oh, I saw that. It looked like he was calling timeout.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. But
what was he clapping about, though?
He is saying that Auburn was clapping on the defensive line, which you can't do. And so it's one of those things where unless you were on the field and you could hear what was being said, you don't really know. And so
you really can't hear anything because there's how many –
90,000 people there, so I don't know. The other, I get where Auburn's upset about the Jackson Arnold call. It would have been big. 17-0 would have been a big lead, but
shit happens.
It does. I mean, I'm sure that Hugh will find a way to blame somebody other than himself. All right, Greg, Caroline's taking the Missouri Tigers, and
I'm gonna take Missouri Tigers too. Ain't no way I can take Auburn.
All right, one last game, Greg. It's the Battle of Utah. 23rd ranked Utah. They head to Provo to face 15th ranked BYU. This game's at 7 on Fox. Utah, the Utes, are a 3.5-point road favorite, Greg.
I will take BYU.
Oh, okay. All right, Caroline, he's taking BYU over the Utes.
I'll take BYU too because they have a good dance team. Utah is just known for dance.
Oh, yeah, and that BYU's mascot does some really good videos, like dance videos. So, definitely got to give him the shout out on the dance routines.
All the Dancing with the Stars pros, a majority of them are from Utah. They all went to the same dance studio in Utah.
Oh, really? Well, I don't know why. I'm surprised that BYU would have a good dance team because I would think that that would be sort of against the Mormon.
Yeah, but a lot of Mormons dance, and then there's 2 of the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Oh,
people on Dancing with the Stars that are wearing barely any clothes and like.
Oh wow.
Oh.
And
Okay, now, I'm today years old about hearing about the secret lives of Mormon wives. I know you have to go in a second, but give me the.
I don't watch it, but it's a reality show on Hulu, and it's about these moms that went viral on TikTok, and they're all from Utah, and they're all a friend group, and then there's a reality show about them, and there's like just drama within the moms friend groups, and like I think some of them are swingers, and that's part of the drama.
Oh. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so two of the Mormon wives are on Dancing with the Stars as pros, and that's what my point was, that I think that dance is okay for them to do, even though it's like against their.
Things are crazy in Utah. I would have never known.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, swingers.
And then one of the Secret Lives of Mormon wives, one of the wives, is the new Bachelorette.
Oh, well, who was the golden one?
He was not. She's like the very first Bachelorette to not be on The Bachelor previously. Like they're starting fresh because their franchise has died.
Oh wow!
Yeah, because where they do it with the Golden Bachelor, like some guy named
that's going on right now. And then it will be the Mormon lady. Her name's Taylor, and I think she got in a divorce recently or something, and now she's gonna be the Bachelorette.
Wow.
Oh,
it's just like Hulu, and so it's like, I don't know if Hulu is like owns The Bachelor now, but then they also partially have Dancing with the Stars, so they're all like kind of.
I used to just make people mad with that show, Greg, because Laura would really get into it, and I would provide commentary as the show was going on, and she would get pretty irritated with me for providing commentary. And then I always liked the host. His name was Chris Harrison. He was great.
Yeah.
Chris Harrison was amazing because he would come in at the end. They would have like a rose ceremony, and he would tell you before the commercial that this is going to be the most dramatic rose ceremony ever. Yeah. And so you would say, my God, this is going to be intense. And sure enough, it would be quite intense. Like somebody would need a break. Somebody would break down in tears. Somebody would have to go back in the back and really talk about this some more. But whenever we got to the end, and there were 3 women, or there were 2 women and 1 rose remaining, he would walk in and he would say, ladies, Frank, or whatever the guy's name was, this is the final rose for this evening. Frank, when you're ready. And you're like, some bitch, this is dramatic. This is so dramatic. And sure enough.
And they do a skyline picture of like the overlooking the mountain and everything. And then they zoom in and both girls are crying. And then
and he picks up the rose and he looks at it. He looks at it like he's never seen a rose in his life. And he looks at the flowers and he's so dramatic. Yeah. Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible. It's an incredible show. And ever since they replaced Chris Harrison, I feel like it's not as dramatic as it should be. I mean, Chris Harrison would tell you this is the most dramatic rose ceremony ever. And you're like, wow, man. I mean.
Yeah. And you're saying we're on season 250, man. This is like the most dramatic one out of 250 seasons.
I mean, you like what might happen? And you're like, I need to go, go to the restroom or something. I'll hold it. I can't leave now. I mean,
I also think it's a casting issue. The casting used to be really good. They used to have like funny characters on there, and now they're all like, blah.
Well, in all seriousness, what happened was it turned into where everyone was obviously searching for their own individual like platform or whatnot.
Yes, everyone wants to become famous off of it.
Yeah. At the beginning, you kind of felt like everyone was sort of doing that, but they also might genuinely be interested in finding someone. Mm-hmm. And then that went away. Right now, it's like, I don't even want to be picked. I just want to go far enough to get a platform. I don't even want to do the whole ring thing and pretend and all that.
Yeah. And everybody's like, who is this person? Like, oh, they finished 12th on The Bachelor season 650. Like, oh, wow. Well, let's definitely listen to him. I mean, good Lord.
Yeah.
He made it that far?
All right, Caroline, I know you got a meeting. That does it for this edition of The Butcher versus the Dance Instructor presented by LB's Meat Market. Don't forget, numbers right there on the screen, 662-259-2999. You can
Yeah, so the group message is don't underestimate people that finish in 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th and 7th. You know, always keep them in the picture.
Absolutely.
Don't concentrate on the winner.
If you finish 3rd or 4th, you may have been the big winner. Kind of like the transfer portal. All right, well,
that's kind of like me when I finish 2nd in this contest. I'm still going to be a winner.
We'll still give you a ring. For Greg Jones, for Caroline McCready, I'm Neal McCready. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here next week for another edition of The Big Show. Until then, take care.